Hey everybody, I'm Rob Childs, Rapier Swordsman out of the United States, and I've got a bit of news, and then I got some really big news. So if you're one of those kind of people that likes stabbing your friends as much as I do, then hey, stick around, keep watching, because what I'm about to tell you is pretty big. First off, I'm retiring. No, I'm not retiring from fencing. That's crazy talk. Anyone who knows me knows that conversations about quitting fencing is absolutely beyond the pale. I have worked way too hard and way too long in order to get to where I am now. And after 34 years in this grand martial art, I can honestly say that, well, I'm better than average. And the great thing is that I truly believe and I truly feel that I'm not yet as good as I'm going to get. So no, not retiring from fencing. However, I am retiring from the military, and what comes next is potentially going to impact all of my sword slinging friends all over the world. So many of us have dreamed of creating a place where we can teach our magnificent martial arts, the various kinds, whether you're talking rapier or longsword, saber, what have you. But more than a school, we've dreamed of a university of sorts, a place dedicated to the arts of Mars, a place that allows us to mentally step back in time and train in an atmosphere reflective of the time in which these arts were born. If you're like me, if you can see it in your mind even now, then you know such a place would be the ideal for holding fencing seminars of all kinds, bringing in swordsmen from around the world to gather and share their knowledge with each other for days or even weeks at a time. And the tournaments, they would be magnificent. Let's just put it that way. Well, I'm not just dreaming. A little more than a year ago, we purchased 140 acres of forest land in El Dorado County in the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas. It's nestled nicely in Amador wine country. It's about 90 minutes east of an international airport, so it's easy to get to. We're about 90 minutes southwest of South Lake Tahoe, so if you enjoy other things other than sword fighting, I don't know why you would, but if you like other things, there's wine, there's skiing, there's hiking, all of that is in that area. We're right next to El Dorado National Forest. It's a beautiful location. It's in this place that we're going to build a castle. And we're also going to build an old world village. And we're going to create a university for the arts of Mars. So I have always been a huge proponent of teaching anyone at all that wanted to learn. Not just because I believe that it is good for the body, it keeps us healthy, it keeps us mentally alert. So obviously the mental health is obviously a great part of that. But I believe as a whole, it helps us to be better people in general. I've written 2 fencing manuals on rapier combat. I've lost count of the number of seminars that I've held over the years. And now I have an upcoming book called Revelations of Rapier, due out in March 2022 timeframe. I also have a YouTube channel where I cover short overview lessons on the techniques and the tactics and the strategies of my somewhat unique approach to rapier. Through it, I have mentored students all over the world, and all of this I have done of my own time, my own expense, and needless to say, between writing books and working and competing, teaching, attending fencing practices, creating video content, let's just say that it's kept me busy. But I've been more than happy to do so because it is for the greater community that I've been able to do it. And I'm a firm believer that knowledge like this should be shared. And now it's time for my biggest project yet. And anyone and everyone who wants to be a part of it can be. So to that end, I have started a Patreon page called Castle and Sword. There, supporters can get access to exclusive content as it pertains to fencing. Now keep in mind, these are different from the short videos I have put on my YouTube channel that briefly cover rapier combat techniques and whatnot from a macro view. Instead, these are going to go into greater depth as tutorials that I will put out every month detailing the ways and means of swordplay. Now, this is going to cover all of my knowledge gained over my last 34 years of learning and competing around the world. You will have access to this. You're going to have exclusive access, early access to YouTube content that I'm going to continue to put out there. In addition, supporters are also going to be able to engage with me on Q&A sessions. You can arrange visits by me to your school for seminars. You'll have priority for that. Get exclusive updates on castle progress and much more. I get that this is probably a lot to take in. Trust me, on this side of the camera, it is a huge endeavor. People everywhere have talked about doing something like this for a very long time. Purchasing the land was a big step for us in taking it from talking about it into actually doing it. We've even already gotten started with creating the roads. So in less than 10 years' time, Tiger Castle will be a reality. One way or the other, this is happening. But I would really like to make this happen with the help and support of people like you who are fans, endeavors, students, and one day masters of their individual arts. So all I ask is that you take a look at the Patreon channel, have a look at it, decide for yourselves if this is an endeavor that you feel is worth your time and effort. There are several levels of support that you can provide, and I am more than happy for any support that you would like to provide. I've even had people asking if they can come out and be a part of work parties. Absolutely, I'm not going to turn them down for that. Building this place has been a dream for decades. The time has come to make it a reality.